Let's go, Thacker. We all remember Spider-Man No Way Home. The hype before and after this movie was truly something special. And it's kind of hard to believe that this year, No Way Home will be 3 years old. And of course, since then, we've gotten quite a few superhero movies. One of those was The Flash. I'm sure maybe some of us remember The Flash, and not just for it being one of the biggest box office bombs of all time, but also because it was pretty okay. But definitely one of the most controversial things from The Flash was near the ending, where we got another multiverse cameo frenzy, featuring beloved characters, like Christopher Reeve's Superman, Adam West's Batman, and so many other classic heroes that we just love. Now seeing these characters again was neat, and once you see that scene, that's what you think. You think, okay, that's kind of neat. Then you get to the end of the movie, the credits are starting to roll, and you kind of realize, well yes, it was neat, it wasn't really good. It wasn't done well. Was it nostalgic? Of course. But it was how nostalgia should be used in movies. If I'm being quite frankly honest, nostalgia movies should be used like how I was using Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. By having some music cues, or the doll from the original Planet of the Apes. It even used the exact same audio. This is nostalgia to where if you know it, you know it. And if you don't, then well, you don't. Not knowing this Easter egg won't change your viewing of Kingdom. But if you do know this Easter egg, then it's a nice little sprinkle on top. But then there's nostalgia that has a specific name, and that's called legacy characters. A legacy character is a character that's usually from an old franchise that returns in a prequel or sequel that was made more recently. Examples of this are Indiana Jones, Chucky, Jurassic World, Scream, Star Wars, Pirates of the Caribbean, Halloween, etc, etc. But some of these do the legacy characters and legacy sequels good, and some do them bad. Having a not even minute long cameo from Christopher Reeve's Superman is an example of done bad. But why? Why does something like The Flash do this so poorly, but something like Halloween does it so well? Well, tying back to the beginning of this video, Spider-Man No Way Home is a great example of legacy characters and furthermore nostalgia being used correctly. In Spider-Man No Way Home, we see the return of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. They have around 30 minutes of screen time, which is perfect. Now I do think legacy character can have more screen time depending on what movie it is. Indiana Jones is a good example. Of course he's going to have more screen time than the other characters. He's the main character. But a movie like Scream, having only 27 minutes of screen time for Sidney Prescott, is fine. It's not her movie. She's a supporting character, not the main character. Tom Holland's Spider-Man is the main character of No Way Home, and the other Spider-Man in the movie for only 30 minutes. Make sure that Tom is not overshadowed, but the other Spider-Man still get plenty to do. And speaking of that, that's the next thing. They actually get to do stuff. In something like The Flash, the legacy characters don't get to do anything. They just stand there. They don't add anything to the movie. In No Way Home, the Spider-Man are a crucial part of the final battle. They actively help make a difference. They do something. The movie would not be the same without them. In The Flash, if you took out the cameos, the movie would still be the same. But just because they're doing something, doesn't mean they're doing something they wouldn't do before. And that brings us to the writing. Having a legacy character back and doing stuff is great, but if they're not written well, then it feels like they're not even the same character. This is a problem in Jurassic World Dominion. Dominion has legacy characters such as Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, and Ian Malcolm, and they have a decent amount of screen time, and they get a lot to do. But they're not written very well. They say things they wouldn't have said in the other Jurassic Park movies. They do things they wouldn't necessarily have done in the other Jurassic Park movies. This makes them similar, but not the same characters. But in No Way Home, the Spider-Man are written the same. They say things they would say in their movies. They do things they would do in their movies. They're the same characters we know and love. All this also applies to the returning villains of No Way Home, like Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus. They have significant roles, they do stuff, and they're written well. And I also will admit, The Flash does do this with Michael Keaton's Batman, which for a movie I dogged on during this essay, I'll give it some credit for that. Spider-Man No Way Home is nostalgia used correctly. It's legacy characters used correctly. Some advice to the next legacy sequel. Take a page out of No Way Home. Make sure your legacy characters have these three main things. They have decent screen time. They get stuff to do. But most importantly, they're written well. By the way, Cosplay, what do you guys think about this? What do you think about legacy sequels and legacy characters? Which movies do you think have done them well? And which movies haven't? Bye guys for now. Bye, Oscar on Thacker.
On the count of three. Go on 2, 1, 2.
This may seem a peculiar request, but could someone explain to me as to why I'm here?
I think that we should allow our
magnificent, glorious dinosaurs
be taken out by the volcano.
Look at you. And look at me. And look at you. Wow, this is so trippy.
You know where to find us, cowboy.